Grüezi and welcome to the Switzerland Meeting New Friends podcast, a podcast to bring people from all over the world together. My name is Sandra, I'm 100% Swiss cheese living in Switzerland. Grüezi, today I tell you Typisch Schwiz. What is Typisch Schwiz? So, what is typical in Switzerland? Of course, the cows, the mountains, the cheese, the chocolate. But I want to give you some other information what is as well for what I think is typical Swiss. So I think let's start. What I really think is typical that we have 4 official languages like German, French, Italian and Rätoromansch. For an example, like Guten Morgen is in German like good morning, then in French bonjour, in Italian buongiorno, and then in Rätoromansch buondì. And of course I cannot speak all of them. I went to school in the Kanton Zug and we had the first German, then English and then French, but I was bad in school, so in the end my French and English was not that good. So you see, maybe you think like, oh, the Swiss people, they can speak 4 languages. Not really. When I have to call the French part or the Italian part, of course they can not speak German, and of course I cannot speak French. So in the end I have to ask, hey, can you maybe speak a little bit German and all the stuff, and otherwise we have to speak a little bit mix between French, English, German, Italian, but in the end it's okay. And as well, a good friend of mine, he's from the French part in Switzerland, and of course he had German in school and I had French in school, but in the end his German is that bad than my French, and then we have to speak in English. What I really think is typical Swiss is the landscape. Of course we have the beautiful Alps, we have the Ticino with the palm trees, we have the wine areas, we have lakes, we have beautiful valleys, we have a flat region, we have so different landscape. I think Switzerland is so small, but the landscape change every time. That's really what I really like. Then of course the Swiss neutrality. The Swiss neutrality is one of the main principles Swiss foreign policy, and that's like, hey, we don't have a war against the other countries and all the stuff. And of course, maybe you have heard about the direct democracy. So I can vote or have to vote in election and referendum, like all Swiss citizens at the age of 18 and over 18 have the right to vote. That's what I think really, really cool, because we can say to something like yes or no. Like an example, in years ago we had the thing like the Beilage. If the Beilage is our Swiss taxes for the TV or the radio, then the vote was do we want it or not. In the end everybody could vote and then it was yes. So we still have it, but it's called in have an other name, but still we can vote for it. And of course if you are a Swiss man over 18, then of course you have to go to the army or to the civil defense or to the civilian service. If you don't go, then you have to pay taxes for don't go. Yeah, it's really a must that when you are a man over 18, you have to go. And yes, that's also true that Switzerland is one of the expensive countries in the world. And as well, like Geneva and Zurich they are one of the expensive cities in the world, of course, but the living costs and the wages are higher than in other countries. But as well, we have people in Switzerland that are still living under the poverty line. So it's not really like, hey, Switzerland is so rich. Of course, yeah, that's true. But in the end, we have as well people, they cannot afford Switzerland. That's true. So now we speak about the Schweizer Franken, the Swiss franc, the currency in Switzerland. Yes, we have our own currency, and we have not the euro because we don't belong to the European Union. So let's think. We have notes like the 10 francs, the 20 francs, the 50 francs, the 100 francs, the 200 francs, and in the end the 1,000 Swiss francs. Yes, the 1,000 Swiss francs is the highest valuated note in the world. So, yeah. And of course, we have coins like the 5 Lieber, the 5 Swiss francs, the 2 Frankler, the 2 Swiss francs, the a Stutz or 1 Frankler is the 1 Swiss francs. And the Rappen is like the penny for the Great Britain. So we have the 50 Rappen, the 20 Rappen, then 10 Rappen, the 5 Rappen. It's called the Fünferli. And now let's speak about the Swiss public transport system. I think we have one of the best systems in the world, like trains, tram, buses, boats cover the entire country. It's really safe, but it is expensive as well for us. But I really like to travel by train or the public transport in Switzerland because we say it is on time, and you can reach areas. Yeah, actually you can go with your skis by public transport to the areas, to the mountain areas. That's really cool. So let's speak about international organizations in Switzerland. More than 40 international organizations are based in Switzerland. So the majority of it is in Geneva, like the International Committee of the Red Cross, the ICRC, based in Geneva and founded in 1863. Then let's speak about the Autovignette. The Autovignette, like the Swiss motorway sticker. In Switzerland, vehicles and trailers pay to use the motorways and the dual carriageways. And they have to buy the vignette for a year, and it costs 40 Swiss francs. And yes, you have to buy it if you only go one day by car to Switzerland, or even if you are just for an hour on a highway in Switzerland. But thank you for the 40 Swiss francs. And for us, of course, we have to pay every year the 40 Swiss francs. Then banking in Switzerland has a long tradition as well. We are well known because of our banks in Switzerland, like the UBS, the Credit Suisse, and. So, and now let's speak about the mountains. Yes, we are famous about the mountains, and I really love the mountains because it is actually a good way to relax. Hiking or just go up with the gondola, have a beautiful view about over Switzerland, over the lakes and all the stuff. I really like it. So I think one of the famous mountains, or the famous mountain, is the Matterhorn. The famous Matterhorn, like the Toblerone. it's in Zermatt, and the other famous are like Eiger, Mönch and Jungfrau. These 3 mountains are in the Grindelwald in the Berner Oberland. So I think Swiss is as well yodeling and Alphorn. Yodeling is or was founded for to call from mountain to mountain, like to commute by Alps to Alps. Now it's like more like a singing thing, and the central themes are like for nature, love for nature and homes. And now the Alphorn. Of course, the Alphorn is a long wooden instrument, and the Alphorn was a tool for the shepherds to call actually the cows. Yes. So for me, yodeling and Alphorn are the sounds of Switzerland. If I'm abroad and coming home, and actually I hear in the Zurich airport, in the train, the yodeling and the Alphorn, it's for me like home. I really like when I hear yodeling and Alphorn. For me, it's the sound of Switzerland and the sound from home. So maybe you know the SAC, the Schweizer Alpenclub. The Swiss Alpenclub is the largest mountaineering club in Switzerland. They operate huts in the Swiss mountains, like simple accommodation for climbers, hikers and mountain lovers or nature lovers. I really like it because if you have a hiking trip for 2 days or 3 days, you cannot really sleep on the side. You have to go somewhere else. So these houses are really cute, and you can actually meet Swiss people. Then of course we have our national hero, the Wilhelm Tell. For me that's Switzerland as well, the hero. Our hero is a saga, a legend, and it's really like the Wilhelm Tell was a man that he shot an apple on his son's head with a crossbow, and of course it's just a legend, but actually we are really proud about our history, about our legend and all the stuff. And now we are with the shocky. Yeah, I think we are really, we don't invent the chocolate, but we have really famous factories here in Switzerland. And like the Gaille, the Lintensprüngli, the Fley, and the Lederach, and you can really go to the museums and try the chocolate. It's really cool. So let's speak about Swiss cheese. We are really famous for our Swiss cheese, like the Emmentaler, the cheese with the holes, then the Appenzeller, the Gruyère, the Luzerner Rahmkäse. You can hear like Emmental, Appenzell, Gruyère, Lucerne. Each region of Switzerland has their own cheese. And you know, I'm always saying I'm 100% Swiss cheese, that's right. I really love cheese, like just a piece of a cheese or fondue, raclette or in the Alpenmacaroni. And if you are on a hike and see an Alp and they sell cheese, go there and buy some cheese. Try that out because it's fresh cheese from their Alps. It's really cool. And actually maybe you can see the cows. So as well, some typical products is our national drink. It's called Rivella. Rivella is a soft drink with its products from milk whey. It sounds really like but I really like it. But actually mainly only the local like it. So if I ask someone like an expat to try Rivella, they try of course, but in the end they don't like it. But that's okay, because then we have more to drink. Then of course we have the Ovomaltine. The Ovomaltine is a Swiss brand of the milk flavor product made with malt extract, sugar, and whey. But now you can buy Ovomaltine cookies, muesli, and chocolate bar. It's really cool. Then, of course, let's speak about the Swiss Army knife. It is a multi-tool pocket knife and manufactured by the Victorinox in Schwiz. And of course, I have one, so I'm really Swiss, you can see. Let's speak about the Swiss watches. We are famous for our watch industry. This industry is mostly in the west part of Switzerland, like famous brand like Rolex and Breitling. So I think now you have like what's typical Swiss. Of course, I said like the cows, the landscape and all the stuff, but please think about like the direct democracy, the Wilhelm Tell and all the stuff. We have a lot of more typical Swiss. Actually, the people are sometimes typical Swiss or all the stuff. So I hope you like this episode and tell me on Instagram what you think is typical Swiss. And as well, on the next month, in the end of the next month, I do a Q&A session, like a question answering. So please send me a question about Switzerland at info@meetingnewfriendsinzug.com, and I will choose 10 of them, and in the end of the next month I will do episodes with 10 of the questions. So I hope you liked it. Next time I speak something else about Switzerland. I hope I see you soon. Give me a like on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, and see you soon. Super, tschüss zusammen, merci. Ja.